It's on. Okay. So we'll start standing the roller. Just have it off to one side a little bit in case you want to put your hand on it. So we'll have our toes pointed forward, feet comfortably under the hips, right? Lengthen the spine. And then we'll just go ahead and lift and lower the heels a few times. So we'll inhale as we float the heels up. Exhale, float them back down. You can put your hand on the roller if you'd like. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Arms can come with it if you like. Whatever feels good to you, just breathe fully. And come into our body here. Good. One more time. Lift up a little higher, maybe. And exhale down. And here you may want to place your hand on the roller for help. We're going to shift our weight, float one knee up in front. And then we'll heel pump, right? So the standing leg, you're just going to lift and lower that heel. Or if you're able to balance without support, great. Good. Just pumping here up and down. The blood moving. The calf is been said to be like a second lung or a second heart. And then putting that heel down and shifting over to the other side. Go ahead and float that knee up and lift and lower the heel of your standing leg, which I can't do, but I'm going to balance on it. And breathe. Just this is good for me on this side. Good. And lower everything back down to the ground and bring the roller in front of you in the center with your fingers on top. Your fingers just kind of resting. We're going to inhale as we pull the roller towards us and arch and look up. Kind of little arching of our back. And then as we exhale, curl the tailbone under, round, and push the roller forward. Rounding. And then lifting up as we inhale, arch, up, lift. And then as we exhale, curl the tailbone under, round, push the roller away. Good. And one more time. Breath as we arch and exhale, curl the tailbone round, push the roller away. Good. And then coming to standing, we'll pick up our roller and take it with our hands on either end. So as we lift our roller, we slide the shoulder blades down and feel the rib cage lining up with the pelvis, right? Keep the head lifted. And then bending the elbows, try to bring the roller behind your head or just toward the back of your head without changing anything. Right? So don't let the head move. Keep the ribs there. And then lift the roller up and bring it back down in front. And then again, lifting up, we're going to slide the shoulder blades down, feel the ribs and pelvis lined up. We're going to inhale here. As we exhale, take a side bend, one side, and then bend that bottom elbow in towards you. Going to reach it back out and lift up. Inhale, exhale over to the other side. Just let your bottom elbow sort of bend in. And then reach out and lift up. Good. And again, take it over. And that bottom elbow. So you're sort of reaching your top arm a little bit more. And then reach the bottom arm out and lift up one more time. Exhale over. And then bending bottom elbow as you sort of reach that top hand. Feel that stretch and then reach the bottom arm and lift up. Good. And then inhale tall, exhale twist one side. And come center on the inhale. Exhale, twist the other way. I knew that phone was going to ring. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And one more time. Come center. Exhale, twist. And back to center. Let your arms relax forward and just kind of swing a little bit, just releasing our shoulders. That roller, a little swing. Yeah. And then we're going to place it lengthwise. Now, always remember when we're laying lengthwise on the roller, if you have a really firm roller, you can put a towel over the top for a little padding. Okay, so if you haven't had one of those really firm rollers, and we'll come to the end of our roller facing. So we're going to inhale here as we exhale, letting head, shoulders relax and roll down. Let your arms relax. Put your hands on your roller here. Just relax and release your head if you can. Bend, straighten the knees. Bending one knee and then the other. Little shift of the hips. And then centering. Walk your hands out just a little bit farther. So your arms are kind of straight here. Straighten the legs as much as you can and just look forward. Lift the tailbone. So we're kind of flattening our back, getting a little more stretch in the back of the legs. Press the heels into the ground. Good. And then just let your body relax and take your hands on either side of the roller and walk out into a pike. So we've got fingers spread wide. Now lift the tailbone and just let your body move around a little bit if it likes it. It wants to do a little shifting. Lift the tailbone. Stretch in the back of the legs. Good. And then we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Your knees need to bend. You can let them bend and roll up. So just letting arms relax, stacking up our spine all the way. Come around and face your backside to the roller. And then roll down again. So just letting yourself come down, come forward. And then we're going to sit on the end of our roller. So you might be able to squat and get all the way down. But however you can get there, try to sit on the very end of the roller, right? And let's see if we're going to do a slow roll down here, roll back into the roller. So if you want to just let your arms be forward or use your hands on your legs, just kind of slowly come back. So you can kind of slowly roll back onto the roller. You could try doing roll-ups on the roller, but I don't know. Okay, and then when you get there, take your arms up to the ceiling and let them float out and down to the ground. Widen your legs a bit. And let your body shift side to side, rolling from side to side, making sure our head's all the way on the roller and just let your body relax. Between one shoulder and the other, one cheek and the other. Your head might like to move a little side to side. And then we'll come center, bring our feet back together or closer toward each other. Take your arms out and lift them up to the ceiling. And we're just going to let our shoulders be nice and relaxed to open our arms back out and down to the ground. Right, so just let the shoulders be heavy on the roller, lifting the arms up. And feel the weight of your shoulders into the roller, opening out and down. And then lifting up. We're going to stay here. Again, just let the shoulders be heavy on the roller. Reach your right arm and then let it drop. reach your left arm and let it drop. And then reach your right arm and relax it. Reach your left arm and relax it. Reach both arms and relax down. Now, rotating our arms as much as we can externally, pointing the palms to the back wall, pinkies face each other, thumbs face out. Really try to get that external rotation from the top of your arm. Take arms out and down, touch your thumbs to the ground, and lift back up. So you have to kind of work that external rotation from the very top of your arms and then out and down toward the ground. Touch and lift up. Again, try to let your shoulders really relax on the roller. One more time, out and down, and lift back up. And then in this position, reach your right arm and then let it relax back down. Reach your left arm. So we're really externally rotating our shoulder. Relax. Reach your right arm and relax. Reach your left arm and relax. Reach both arms and relax. Now turn palms to face feet. And bring one arm behind you, one arm down by your side. And relaxing our shoulders, we're going to sweep slowly, switching, right? So letting the shoulders relax, just going however far your arms go without forcing it. Just let them sort of move in this nice sweep. Breathe. A little mobility there. And then we'll bring our arms to the ceiling and bend your elbows. So now you've got your elbows out from your shoulders, fingers pointing up. Turn your fingers to point back so you're in goalpost, right? Goalpost arms, and just let your arms hang and feel the weight of your arms giving you a little massage there, and that nice stretch in our chest. And then we're just simply going to straighten our arms up overhead and then bend them back in, just letting the arms be weighted, just kind of moving them in that horizontal plane. We reach up and we let them slide back down. And you could even pull your elbows down farther if you want, doesn't matter, but you're just going to get that massage in our inside edge of our scapula, right? Feels so good. And then we're going to bring our arms down and into that goal post again where we started. Straighten your arms out so they're off the ground, and you're just going to reach through your fingertips. So like somebody's pulling your arms. Really reach, and then bending at the wrist, point your fingers down. Keep your fingers together and point them face down toward the ground. So we want to reach through the base of our hand. You're really going to feel that stretch in your forearm, mostly, right? Through the carpal tunnel thing that happens there. Really stretch. And now move your fingers to point up. So we're bending our wrists as we reach up and then point down and point up. But keep reaching the arms as you do this. And make the movement as big as you can, pointing up and down. Right? Get a really good stretch through the arms. Good. And then we're going to make a fist, nice tight fist, point up and down. Same thing, reaching through your arms, turn your fist to point up and then point down, point up. So you'll feel the stretch in the back of your hands and the front of your wrists. And then just do a little circle of your wrists, both directions. Yeah. And shake it out. Bring your arms down and by your side. Turn your palms face up and slowly take them up over your head, snow angel. So maybe they stay on the ground, maybe they don't. And then sweep them back down. So just whatever amount of stretch you can get here through that front of our body. So you Don't want to force it, but just let your arms move up and down and relax. And then we'll bring our arms, when we bring our arms down by our side, keep them there and face your palms down on the ground. Inhale. And then as we exhale, we're just going to curl our tailbone up and feel our low back pressing into the roller. And then relax as you inhale. And then again, as we exhale, curl the tailbone up and just feeling your low back on the roller. And then relax again as you inhale. And then exhale, you're going to curl the tailbone up a little bit to feel your low back pressing into the roller gently, but you're going to stay there. And then you're going to lift your right leg up and then lift your left leg up. So we've got our legs up and we're balancing here. Just notice how that feels. You try to feel your whole spine on the roller, except of course you're above your shoulder blades. That area won't be on the roller. But the rest of our spine, feel the whole spine on the roller, flex the feet. Good. And then just unbend your right leg and reach out as you press your spine into the roller. Keep that connection. Inhale, bend, and then exhale, unbend the left leg. Inhale, bend. So by pressing our spine into the roller, we really engage our core. And we're just moving the legs, right? They're just going to reach out at that angle. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. It's work, right? Just to do this on the roller. So when you're even on both sides, whenever that is, pull your knees towards you and straighten your legs to the ceiling and see if you can balance this way. And then open the legs apart and do a straddle. So just let your legs hang. Feel the hip open a little bit. Breathe. Gravity, give us a stretch. And then bring the legs together. Bend the knees and bring one foot onto the ground and then the other. One at a time. Good. Then we're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to curl up and sweep the arms, or not sweep them, but reach the arms down and lift them up a bit, coming into that ab curl. And then lift your arms up as you stay here. Lie back down, take the arms with you. Good. Sweep them around as you inhale. Exhale, curl up and reach. Stay up and lift your arms by your ears. Lie back down, arms go overhead. Nice deep breath, sweep around, curl up on the exhale, and we're going to stay here. And we're just going to breathe and play around with maybe floating one foot off the ground as you stay in reach, and then putting it down and maybe floating your other leg off the ground. If that is doable for you, just kind of play with that balance, right? Kind of float one foot and then the other. Really reach and lift. Good. And then both feet on the ground. Lift your arms up and lie down. Take your arms over your head. Good. Sweep them around, out from your shoulders again. Widen your legs a bit. Rock side to side. Take a moment. And then we're going to come off the roller. So just eventually do that log roll to come off. And if you have a towel on your roller, you can take it off now. We're going to bring the roller between our legs like that. I'm going to center my body here. Okay. Just relax everything on the floor. Find where this roller needs to be for you and your feet need to be. Take a nice deep breath. And then as we exhale, we gently squeeze the roller, peel off the mat here, peel off the ground into a bridge. Right, pressing the hips up, relaxing our shoulders as we inhale. And exhaling down, just gently squeezing the roller, exhaling down, then relax and inhale, exhale up again, peel off the ground. So just gently squeezing that roller as we exhale, right? Inhale, press up, exhale, melt the spine back down. And again, relax and inhale, exhale, bridge up. And then at the top of this bridge, we'll just stay here for a few breaths, pressing the hips up and just gently squeezing our roller on our exhale, right? Just little squeeze. Try to really press the hips up there. Just a little squeeze to engage the pelvic floor, the inner legs. And then relax and exhale down one vertebra at a time. Good. Then taking our roller out from there, we're going to hold it in our hands with the hands on the ends in front of us, in front of our chest or our face. You're going to bring the legs together if you want. Actually, it doesn't really matter, but you're going to let them sway over to the right. Take your roller over to the left. And then lift everything to the top and take your legs to the left, roller to the right. And lift to the top. And again, legs to the right, roller to the left. And back. Legs to the left, roller to the right. Feel that nice twist. And back to the top. So from here, we're going to press back into the mat, lift one leg, lift the other leg up, put your legs together. Same thing with our legs up. Taking our legs to the right, roller to the left. And exhaling everything back. And then legs to the left, roller to the right. And exhaling back, side to side. Breathe. A nice twist through our whole body here. Good. One more on each side, wherever you are, so that you're even on both sides. Make sure you end right even on both sides. And you come back to the top. We're going to hug our knees in, or just kind of bring your knees in. Put your roller on top of your knees for a moment. Relax. And then with our hands on top of our roller, we're going to inhale, pressing our hands into the roller and our legs into the roller at the same time on our exhale. So we feel our hips lift a little bit, right? Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. Feel your tailbone lift off the ground. Exhale, press. Inhale, so that stretch in the low back and the sacrum. Exhale, press. Exhale, relax. One more. Really curl that tailbone up so you get a nice stretch there. Good. And then relax. And again, taking the roller with the ends with our hands, we're going to come into frog. Open the knees apart, put your heels together. So as we inhale, we're going to pull the heels in toward us. As we exhale, we're going to press back into the mat, stretch the legs out, and bring your arms back a little bit, right? Feel like, don't go too far. You want to feel your rib cage on the mat. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, stretch out as you press back into the mat. Inhale, pull in. And you're pressing your hands into the roller, right, a little bit to engage the arms. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, stretch out. Pull, really pull the heels in, open the knees, and then stretch out. Good. And then when you pull in on this one, bring your legs parallel with your roller back on top of your knees. Relax your legs. Inhale. As you exhale, curl up, lifting the legs and rolling and pushing that roller towards your feet, right? So you're just going to kind of push it as far as you can. And then lie back down as it comes back to your knees. Good. Inhale. Exhale, curl up again. Roll the roller towards your feet. Just push it as you maybe kind of straighten your legs a little bit more. And then let it come back as you lie back down. One more time. Exhale, push the roller, lift up. And coming back to where we started, relax down. And then take the roller at the ends, put your feet on the mat or on the ground, stretch your legs out, take your roller all the way behind you on the ground. Good. And we're just going to do a full stretch here. So flexing your feet, reaching through one arm and one leg and the others. Just kind of stretch side to side and lengthen. Lengthen. This feels so good. And then we can relax and bend your knees to put your feet back down with your knees bent. Lift your roller up. You're going to press hands into the roller, lift your head and shoulders, and then roll up. Sitting. And when you get here, place the roller under the knees. Open your knees apart so that butterfly or diamond, right, with your feet out there. And relax your legs on the roller and stretch forward. Let your body relax forward here. The roller can help us let our hips can just kind of let go. Then lift up and we'll bring the roller underneath our ankles or the ankle area. And of course, it's going to be more of an intense stretch. So we're going to come forward. You might have your knees bent to start with. Just kind of stretching your legs a bit here. Maybe bend and straighten the knees. Just relax over the legs. Really gets into your sacrum, so be careful if it causes any kind of discomfort in this low back there, sacrum area. Okay. Then we're going to do a little rolling back, so with the roller under your ankles. Right? So go ahead and I'm going to move my body down so I have enough room. Inhale here as we exhale. We're going to bend the knees and roll the roller towards us as we roll back. And just start by coming to your shoulders or your rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, straightening the legs and rolling back up. Good. And then taking a stretch. And then we're going to take it into a sort of a roll back bridge combo. So inhale, exhale, roll all the way down. Bring that roller in, arms over your head. Inhaling as we exhale, we're going to peel off the mat with our feet on the roller. Inhale, exhale, bridge back down. As our hips come down, lifting our arms, head and shoulders lift, reach past your legs, and then straighten your legs and roll up. Take a stretch. We'll just do that a few times. Inhale, a nice flow, right? Exhale, roll slowly back, bringing that roller in, arms over the head. Exhale, peel off the mat. Inhaling, exhaling down as the hips come down, arms lift, head and shoulders lifts. We reach, we straighten, roll up, and stretch. But really go at your own pace. You don't have to go at exactly the same pace I'm going, but just do whatever feels good to you. Going from that bridge, right? And then as we come down, we lift, we reach, we roll up and stretch. So there's a lot of emphasis on articulating our spine, right? As well as the glute work that we're doing, right? And our hamstring work that we're doing as we bridge up. And then we melt the spine down, lift, curl up, and roll up. Really like this little combo with the roller. I hope you guys like it. Okay, last one. Take your time, right? But make this the last one that you're doing. Lifting up and rolling up. So that you end stretching over your legs. You're done. Great. And then we're going to take our feet off the roller. We're going to create a straddle with our legs, but if that's not comfortable for you, make your legs into a diamond just by bringing your feet together. Some people have a hard time, I know, with the straddle, right? So you can whatever works for you, but we're going to pick that roller up. We're going to lift our spine tall, and we're just going to bring the roller in line with our head here. So really feel the lift of the spine more than your arms. Just really lift up. Or you can also have your knees bent, right? Whatever works for you here. We're going to inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to twist. We're just looking to one side, keeping that tall spine, back to center, lift tall, and then twist the other way. And back to center. Now you're going to stay here and hinge forward at your hips. Here's where your knees might need to bend if you're in a straddle. So that roller stays in line with our head. We're flattening our back. Okay? And then see if you can kind of pulse the roller back a little bit. Little tiny pulse back. Keeping our head lifted. Right? Really flattening the back. So it's a lot easier to do with your legs in a diamond than with a straddle. And then stop pulsing and rotate and look under one arm. Reach out and then come back to that center flat back. Really reach, flatten the back, and then rotate and look under your other arm. And back to center. And again, one more time, really lift that roller, reach it out, and then let your roller float all the way down to your legs or wherever it goes, and stack your spine up. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then put the roller under one foot with whatever side you want to start with. We're going to take this leg underneath is bent, this foot on top. That. Now, if it's too much for your wrist to be up on your arm, you can do this on your elbow, but see whatever works for you. Take your arm out a little ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to press the hips up as we straighten our leg, and then take a stretch over, and then lift up, bend the knee as we lower back down to bring the roller in. Right, so just kind of find where your legs need to be here. Inhaling, exhaling up and stretch over. Inhaling, lift, and exhaling back to where we start. Inhaling, exhaling up, stretch over. Inhaling, lift, exhaling back to where we started. And we're going to do a couple more. Inhale, exhale up. This time you're going to keep that leg straight, that roller there, and you're going to lift the arm, lower the hips, and go into a half saw. So come up, rotate, stretch across for that outside of your leg. Right. And then come back, bend the knee, pull it in, lift up, stretch over, keep the leg straight as you lift the arm, lower the hips, lift up and rotate, half saw, stretch across. And back one more time, bend the knee, lift up, stretch over. Good. Lift the arm, keep the leg there as you lower your hips, come up tall, rotate and stretch. And come back to sitting to bring the roller to the other side. Same thing, other leg. So you've got this leg bent underneath. Again, on your hand or your elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, extend, side bend, reach. And then as we lift our arm, come back with our knee bending, bringing it in. Good, breathe, press up, stretch. Arm lifts, bends to bring it back in as we lower. All right. Now exhale up, really stretch, arching that arm over and then bringing it back in. And then we'll go into that half saw. So inhale, exhale up. We're going to keep our legs straight as we lift the arm up, lower the hips, come up, all rotate and reach across. And back around, bend the knee to bring the roller in. Inhale, exhale. I think I'm migrating towards the computer. And then keep your legs straight, lifting up, lowering down, nice and tall, rotate and stretch. One more time, I think we need one more here. Inhale, exhale, up, stretch. Arm, lower the hips, come up nice and tall, rotate and stretch across. Good, and bring yourself up to center, turn around and put the roller behind your back. Knees bent, hands behind our head. I'm very wet. Okay, so just do a little rolling here, supporting our head, pushing and pulling the roller with our feet, relaxing into it here. You can close your elbows if you like, or open them, or turn to one side and the other. Whatever feels good to you. Maybe just get into a certain area of your back and shoulders that needs it. And breathe. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and bring ourselves back to where we started with our hips down. Lift up, and then extend back over the roller. So you may want to move that roller a little higher up your back or wherever you need to bring it that feels good to you so you can relax here. And if you want, you can let go of your head if that's comfortable for you and you want to just extend the arms over your head. You can even straighten your legs and really relax and let go into that extension. So whatever feels good to you, good to your body. All right. And then you're going to bend your knees if they're not bent. Clasp your hands behind your head and lift your head and shoulders up. And then we're going to push that roller so it's under our neck. Bring it back. And then place your head under, put the roller right under the occiput, the base of the skull. Tuck the chin down. Reach for your feet. Lift the hips a little bit. And we're just going to take our head side to side, kind of massage into our neck. Yeah. Really tuck the chin down and get into the muscles back there. Get a stretch through the back of our neck and shoulders. Good. And then come center and lower the hips down. Let your head rest on the roller. Stretch your right leg in. Stretch your left leg long and just pull that knee in towards your shoulder a bit. Kind of stretch the legs away from each other. Yeah. Then draw your left leg in. Stretch your right leg long. Legs stretch away from each other. Of course, you can move your feet. Do a little ankle circle. And then draw your right leg in, stretch your left leg long and straighten your right leg to the ceiling. Grab hold and give it a nice stretch. The roller under our head will help us here so we can more easily stretch the leg. Of course, you can move your foot as well, always anytime you want. When we're doing something with our legs, the foot wants to move around. All right, then we're going to bend that knee. Draw your left leg in, stretch your right leg out, straighten that leg to the ceiling. So really stretch that right leg long and see how much stretch you can get here. Moving foot. Good. And then we're going to take it into a slow bicycle stretch. So draw your right knee up, straighten your right leg as you stretch your left leg long. Give it a stretch. And then draw the left leg in, stretch the right leg down. So just kind of a slow bicycle stretch, right? Really trying to stretch the legs and do the splits. And then whatever leg is up, if you want, you can keep doing this, or you can bring your hands behind your head and clasp them and relax on the roller and go into a bicycle, right? Or you can continue just using your hands and stretching your legs if that feels better to you today. So going into the bicycle, do the splits and then bend. Do the splits and then bend. And then we're going to reverse our bicycle. Okay. Try to get that split and then bend the top leg. All right, and then whatever leg is up, bring your other leg up. Hug your knees into your chest. Relax your body. And then come onto your side, just kind of roll onto one side. And we'll bring that roller underneath our armpit, whatever side you're on, right, with your knees bent. Lie down on your arm. And then bringing our top arm forward. Just going to take a slow book opening here. So following that arm back. Open out. And bring it back. And again, opening our book. Going to that nice rotation. And bring it back. Good. One more time. Just feeling the weight of our head, helping us get that lovely massage, right, that we absolutely love in the lats. And then this time we bring our arm forward. We're going to bend that bottom elbow and push the roller into the ribs a little bit more. So it's under your rib cage, head on hand. Lift the rib cage, knees lined up. And we're just going to open that top knee and close. So we're going to keep that rib cage a little bit lifted as we open and close. Inhale and exhale. Pressing that top heel into the bottom heel. the clam. The next time we close, we're just going to extend the top leg long, let it float up a bit, lower it down and bend. Not going to go very high. Extend and lift, lower and bend. Don't try to force it up higher. Just let it float up for a moment and down. Load up and in. And then we're going to extend it, stay here, flex the foot. Now, if you want more challenge, reach your arm to the ceiling, your top arm. You're going to kick forward and stretch back. Inhale and exhale. So we keep the ribs lifted. If we've got our arm off the ground with a roller, it's going to be a little more challenging, right, to stabilize. And your bottom leg might move around a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Really stretch that leg back. Pull the leg back. Last one. You pull back. Go ahead and let your knee bend. Arm come down. Come up to mermaid. And if this is tricky for your hip and leg, bring it out in front. That. Hand on the roller. Lift tall. Rotate over. And roll it out. Press and pull to lift up and take it over, roll it away. Press and pull to lift and open. One more time. Breathe. Pull it in and open. Right. And then we're just going to come and take this over to the other side. So we're going to try to squeeze in a little hip stretch at the end or near the end. Okay, so finding your legs bent, roll it under the armpit, relax your head, find where it needs to be. So it's right in the lats, the muscles right behind the armpit there. Reaching the arm, top arm forward, taking a slow book opening to the back here, following that arm. And forward. And again, opening. You can always put your hand on your shoulder too, instead of having your arms straight, if you prefer, if that's can be more comfortable. Right, open, so your elbow is bent. And close. Good, and then we'll bring that roller in with our head on our hand under the ribs somewhere. Knees stacked in that half bend. Lift the ribs, open that top knee, and close. So inhale. So we're keeping that rib cage lifted a little bit. Open and close. Open that hip and close. And then next time we close, we're just going to extend straight down, load it up, down, and back in. Reach it out, load it up, lower, in, and breathe. We're not forcing it to lift, we're just letting it go as high as it will. And then next time we extend, stay there, flex the foot if you want to lift your arm up for more challenge. Kick and reach. Kick and reach. Really stretching back. We feel that stretch in the front of our hip, right? Reach. Inhale and exhale. Flex and point. Nice big kick. Last one. And then when you reach back, let your knee bend, hand comes down. We bring ourselves to mermaid with the roller out from our arm, or some semblance of mermaid, or that leg extended if you need to. Right, sitting tall, we're going to rotate over, roll it out. Press and pull and bring it back in and open. Inhale over, exhale. Inhale, press and pull, exhale, open. Nice twist of our spine. One more, over, way. Lift as you press and open out. Great, and then bring your back leg forward, front leg forward, and just take one little stretch with your legs in diamond to balance our sides. You can also put the roller underneath your knees if you want, but just a little quick stretch to balance our hips. And then we'll come up onto our all fours. Hands on the roller. And your arms are at least as wide as your shoulders. You're just going to do a little cat-cow. So we're going to round our back, curl the tailbone under. And as we sit back toward our heels, we're going to kind of push that roller away. Let your chest drop. And then you're going to round and pull the roller back. And then again, curl the tailbone. I'm going to push the roller away as you push it back. And then pull yourself back up. Pull the roller in. One more time. Round. Push it away. Feeling that stretch under the arms, shoulders. Pull yourself up. And arch. Good. And then come to neutral. Extend your left leg straight back. And then we'll lift that left leg up and reach our right arm out right from our shoulders. So balancing here, breathing and lifting. And then see if you can take your arm and leg out to the side a little bit. And then bring them back. And back to the roller and the ground. Extend the right leg straight back. Lift as you reach your left arm. Lift and reach. And then see if you could take your arm and leg out to the side. And bring them back in line. And lower down. We'll put our forearms on the roller and take one leg back, other leg back to plank. Lift the pelvis so it doesn't drop. Breathe. In other words, it's easy to let your pelvis drop too much when you're up on the roller, so just watch that. And then knees come down. Just go ahead and stretch back to the heels, arms on the roller. Then we'll come onto our belly. So we have the roller out in front of us. And guess what? We're going to put our arms on it. Yes. So above the wrist, somewhere in the forearm area. Now, if you want a chest, under your chest, a towel or a pillow, now's the time probably to do that. So you might need that. Thumbs pointing up, right? And then make sure the arms are wide enough. Looking down, draw your shoulder blades up towards your ears, draw them down, and then press and pull that roller in a little bit. Lifting into our extension. And it's okay to let your elbows bend, especially warming up, and then roll it out. Shoulder blades go down the back and then we press and pull it in. Initiating with the scapula and then back out. And pull shoulders down. Press and draw that roller in a little bit more maybe. Out. Good. Keep going a couple more times. Maybe getting a little bit higher, but make sure your legs are wide enough. They feel comfortable, right? And they help you if they're wider apart. Draw shoulder blades down, press and pull it in. Back out. Good. And then we're going to press into the roller to pull it just a little bit in towards us, not too much. We're going to reach and lift right arm and left leg, kind of float them up and lower down. Reach and lift left arm and right leg and lower down. So do a slow swim. You might be able to pull the roller in closer towards you and get a little higher, or you might not pull it in at all, right? So whatever. Just float the arm, opposite arm and leg, reach it out. Good. And then go ahead and let your body relax for a moment. Let your elbows come onto the ground. And then we're going to take our roller by the ends, hands on the ends. So it's still over your head. Good. And we're going to lift everything up. So just float up. Not going to be very high. Just float up and hold. And breathe. And then lower back down. And then one more time. Float everything up off the ground. Hold here. And then do a little tilt. So you're going to look under one arm, tilting the roller down. Bring it back. And look under the other arm end of the roller as you tilt it up. Side to side tilt. Just a little tilt, very small, side to side, anchoring our pelvis into the ground. This is very hard, so feel free to stop anytime you need to. Good. And then come center, relax down. Just put your hands on the roller if you want, and we're going to come up to our knees and stretch back to our heels. So you might like to do that with the roller or not, just whatever feels good to you. I like to rest my head on it. Might like to open the knees apart and stretch back. A nice head rest like this. Yeah. Right. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to do a little hip stretch. We have time. Yay. Okay, so we're going to sit on the roller. Sometimes we don't end up with enough time to do this. So we're going to sit on the roller. Find the sits bones on top there. Might do a little movement to get centered and then cross one leg over, cross the other one above the ankle, above the knee, foot flexed. And then you're just going to flatten the back. Let's do a little lean into that stretch. That's the way I like to do it. If you have a different way, great. But you can also move your other foot closer towards you to increase the stretch. Just whatever feels good, right? To get into that hip. And it's good to keep that top foot flexed because then you'll protect your knee. And then we can do a little rolling around on that glute with the leg crossed over or uncrossed, whatever you need to do. A little bit of a massage there. Then we'll come around to do the other side. So cross, recross, foot flexed. If you flatten the back and just kind of hinge forward a little bit, you really feel that stretch through the piriformis and lateral hip. Ah, yes, this is the best, isn't it? Oh, and then we can take it over to the side and do a little roll with your leg crossed over or not. Roll around on that glute. Up. So that's all we have time for today. Thanks for coming, everybody. Off the roller whenever you want, or stay there if you want. Do more.